Well, considering eUnited have lost those Slayers previously, just how big could a Slayer victory be here for them today in the elimination bracket as we're playing for top 4 right now between these two mammoth squads? Rhino picks up the overshield uncontested, and now we'll be able to fight against the Rockets. I mean, something's gone wrong there from Pioneers. It has to be said, their prioritization, their starting strategy was not on point.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Hardly ever have you ever seen a player go for overshield and just it be completely uncontested, unless you're in my matchmaking games and I'm not going for overshield, and that means the other team's getting it uncontested, I would think. But Ryan knew, not only does he get overshield, but look, 6 straight kills on the board for eUnited. Pioneers are able to answer with 1 Manny of his own, but unfortunately, this is all eUnited early on. Ryan Noob has had some perfect shots to match with this perfect gameplay, and the setup, starting strats of eUnited look to be so good here on Bizarre Slayer.
One of the most snowballing maps and game types that we have in Halo Infinite right now is Bizarre Slayer, because you control the middle of the map, you push the spawns, you get the kills, and then you get rewarded with rockets, with overshield, with dynamo grenades. You have all the tools here when you have map control, and that's exactly what we're seeing from eUnited right now. They have a 6-kill lead. eUnited were up early.
Oh my God.
They've had their caffeine, but for Pioneers, they seem to have started really slow in this series today.
Ryan is doing such a good job of cycling these dynamo grenades, just actually literally standing on the respawn of them, already having 2 to his disposal. So much damage, so much information, so much control of where Pioneers is allowed to go and where they're not allowed to go. And a killing spree for Ryan Noob means eUnited is clicking on all cylinders.
When I think of Ryan Noob and his gameplay, this is a perfect example of what he can do. Stay bottom middle, lurk around all these hidey holes and wait for those call-outs, finish anything that is going to be presented in front of him, but then also have the kind of brave approach to take 1v1 engagements when they are there and presented as well.
Look at how he uses these nades to deny access to this next overshield, grapples it to himself anyways, and he's playing perfect textbook Halo. I mean, everything he's doing is so methodical right now, and now that he's secured this overshield, Mangler as well in hand, he's able to push freely on the Manny, able to spot him out, and you see Pioneer stuck on the bottom of the map. A phenomenal kill from Druck and Soulsnipe to get overshield removed without too much damage. But look, they're all trapped low on the map. They have 0 sightlines to work with, and this is a very dangerous spot for Pioneers to try and fight out of.
What a perfect start to the game it
Grappling
was, though,
a grapple
from eUnited. Yeah. Well, I've got 1 charge left. I tell you what, let's just waste it to make sure I get it for sure. And Druck, with that information, will get aggressive to try and at least finish off the kill onto Ryan Noob, but Ryan Noob continues to be the thorn in the side. Almost got the kill. I probably would have lost my mind if he had got that one.
Yeah, Manny over his shoulder, able to get that last bullet of damage onto Ryan Noob, and that was a big one, because if Druck goes down there, that would have been very, very bad for the Pioneers fans. 17-11, so still within striking distance. They pick up the next set of rockets as well, as we see Talik on screen with those rockets. Now, it feels like we've seen all, what the, all right, 2 rockets shouldn't have had to been used to get that kill, but unfortunately Ryan Noob seems to be staying alive a little bit longer than usual today. We want to check the shields on that Spartan.
Well, I mean,
maybe it's that armor.
It was poor reticule placement with his rocket, I'm going to be honest. I know there's splash damage, but he still was aiming it at the wall rather than the floor. He was just, anyway, doesn't matter. 18-13, Pioneers are still in this game. Oh, I like that as well from Druck, just being able to grapple across and try and be a nuisance here against King Nick.
Denied by King Nick and forced to run with his tail between his legs. King Nick holding the 50-yard line well here on the Rocket side of the map. Spots Tog bottom, Druck Ryan Noob still bottom dynamo grenades, but Druck with the flank didn't expect the push. The Druck double back, it's famous, and for good reason. It's a kill. It's another one under Rain. The drop shot, hold this, Rain, as he picks up another one, 16-21. And for how dominant it feels eUnited have been early on in this game, the score line still close. Pioneers still in this game too.
Where's this overshield though? It was spawning, it was up. Druck's not focusing it because he's probably got the call that someone else is having a fight instead. Soulsnipe was the closest. Ryan Noob once more is in that position to try and take it, but Manny is the one who is rewarded with the overshield, but now he needs to put it to work, get some of these kills on board for Pioneers and get them closer to this 24 total.
And Manny has been that guy for the Pioneers so far in this series, competing for these power-ups. And that's big. You need to be able to secure some of these. Look at that overshield control. Immediately transitions into a few kills, map control as well. And if they can get information on where eUnited are, they can get the lead in this game as well. Only down 3 kills. It's going to take a team wipe to get the lead here, but they don't quite know where eUnited is. They need to figure it out because this lack of information could come back to bite them.
That's what I was going to say. All these players were just searching for the spawns there. They were desperately looking in every single nook and cranny to see where eUnited were residing. RyoNoob's going to be the one player underneath them, but because he's got the Bulldog, Pioneer's going to be reluctant to push him here. You've got to be careful when you are in these up-close and personal battles, knowing full well there could be a Mangler, there could be a Bulldog, and they certainly could shut you down quickly.
What does RyoNoob choose to do here? I like Pioneer's positioning, both corners control. RyoNoob trying to clear out one of the corners and does force Talik out. Beautiful. Just gameplay from Ryan. Look how eUnited, when they slow it down, they find a game plan. You can tell that they've talked about that in their strategy. Unfortunately, he gets pushed from Rockets. 2 kills go in Pioneer's favor immediately after Talik going down. And with 20 seconds before Rockets come up, middle of the map control is crucial to the mid game.
And it's still being held by Pioneers. They've done very well to get back into this game and also take control of the map, watching those spawns. And even though, yeah, eUnited were being patient, they were trying to break through, they got that opening pick, but then the collapse happened from Pioneers as soon as they knew where they were. But RyoNoob with that opening, now this is the perfect time for eUnited to try and regain some control.
That's an overextension from Manny. He gets taken down, and now power-ups coming up. Manny needs to get off spawn, get to the middle of the map, but it's too much pressure for SoulSnipe to deal with. Druck does make his way towards the overshield. Can he pop it in his chest? The answer is yes. Rockets are still up, so Pioneer's still able to at least win the battle for the power for now. A big kill from Druck once again to take down not just a player with the Mangler, but to secure some opportunity, maybe to secure Rockets. But RyoNoob, as all of this was going on, unscathed, picking up these Rockets, and another Rocket somehow doesn't kill those players in the vents. Get out of there. Those Rockets not creating the power curve that you would expect so far in this game.
It has to be said that Rockets are still in a questionable place with these players' hearts right now. People don't seem to be able to find the kills maybe you'd expect, and whether that be down to just a little bit less splash damage from recent Halos, I'm not sure, but certainly reticle placement does concern me at times. But, you know, that's down to the other team being unpredictable, maybe going into those positions that the other team's not expecting.
Right now we have a 1-kill game in favor of Pioneers. RyoNoob has 13 of his own to keep eUnited in this. We saw how hot of a start he had. Spartan backing him up with 9, but it really is all of Pioneers slaying out 7, 8, 10 between the 4, and that is a great job by them to all consistently be a part of the work that's being done here to keep them in this series.
More assists for eUnited, but not too many more. I think both teams are firing well. There's a lot of crossfire going on. You've got one player that sometimes anchors towards tree, and then the other 3 are trying to fight for bottom middle control and bar control at the same time. But it's still Pioneers holding the middle of the map.
This is a big moment for Pioneers right now. They have eUnited trapped at a base. They know they have eUnited trapped at a base. A big 1v1, Talik versus Spartan. Both of them choose to back down, but Rain is on the way to finish this damage, and a bait and switch benefits eUnited. And that's the opening to get out of this lockdown, to get out of prison, escape from this red base, and take control of the middle of the map. That was a massive job by eUnited to slow the game down, understand that, hey, we're gonna get pushed. We need to use teamwork, bait and switch, capitalize on each other's damage, and look at those brute nades once again being used in the corner by Rain. It's allowed Spartan to pick up this overshield, and now all of a sudden eUnited have momentum.
Yeah, such good grenades there. Sometimes you'll see players get a little bit selfish and want the overshield for themselves, but Rain knew he was in a spot where he could help Spartan grab it, and now Spartan can look to get aggressive. It's going to be a double kill cleaned up, and there's potential for more if he gets even more aggressive towards bar, but it looks like Pioneer spawned on that other side. So things slow down once more, 41-39. After the incredible and quick start from eUnited, and they had that 7-kill lead, Pioneers have done amazing to get back into the game, to take mid-map control, but eUnited now have wrestled back that control.
These last 2 sequences could determine the winner of this series. We saw eUnited trapped in a base, and we saw exactly how they got out. How will Pioneers get out of the same situation now that they're trapped at blue? Rockets are coming up, and they need to act quickly. 7 seconds for Rockets to pop, and it doesn't look like Pioneers has any opportunity to try and compete for them. And look at these brute grenades. They're going to be worth their money in gold right now. A beautiful kill, killing spree from Spartan, as that's the opening pick to secure these set of Rockets. They haven't been impactful yet, but you can bet the dogs are out. Who let them out? Because Spartan's picked up these Rockets, and he knows players are trapped. Bottom shot.
Well, at least Talik technically got the trade. There's going to be 1 rocket left on the body of Spartan, but eUnited, they're trying to get aggressive, but Pioneers are still finding frags here. 44-42. King Nick at least found the extra rocket. So you'd imagine that should be, and I say should be, a guaranteed kill to take them to 45.
It's a guaranteed no-shield player.
That's exactly what it has been so far, but by hiding down here in the Bulldog area, they've given up a little bit of mid-map control, and that's not a no-shield player.
Maybe just a little chip damage with that rocket. I think King Nick's probably pretty frustrated with how rockets have been as well, so he wants to get it out of his hand. But a Mangler versus Bulldog, Mangler wins. Talik with a big kill to get Pioneers 1 kill away from this being a tie game. And 2 players bottom shotting. You love to see that, but the damage isn't enough.
Wow.
Great grenades from Talik. The Brute grenades are doing so much work in this game. 3 straight kills for Pioneers. Overshield up, and 4 kills to go for Pioneers to tie this series up. But they're only up 1. They cannot make mistakes. They have control of the map. They have everything at their disposal. It's a matter of execution.
What a sequence of events that was as well. Just Talik perfectly playing those grenades, perfectly playing the Bulldog area. Soul Snipe's getting aggressive.
Look at this!
Trying to hide, but now the push is coming through from the Pioneers.
A beautiful push from Soul Snipe. Great job to sniff Spartan out of that corner. Ryan who thrust forward to stay alive. Can he get away though? Running into the corner, thrust again. Look how quick Soul Snipe wants to get this kill. The melees. Oh no! 48-46. Ryan who gets a kill. Ryan Spartan gets a kill. He's getting fried. 48-48.
Ryan Noob with the Dynamos yet again. He's lived on those Dynamos. He knows Talik's there as well when he's got the Mangler.
Oh my God, Ryan Noob with the play of the day over Talik. Finds him. Perfect shots with the Mangler. Drux gets one of his own. That's Ryan Noob relocates, has to keep his teammate alive. It's 49-49. Slow the game down. eUnited know exactly where Pioneers are. This Mangler in hand. Look how low on the map Pioneers are. They're all running to the opposite base. Now they've retreated. They've given up their position, and rightfully so. You do not want to fight from shotgun.
40 seconds left as well. So if they stand off, this could be potentially an overtime situation and a reset in a Slayer.
When we go into overtime, there will be additional time added to the clock. This will not end in 30 seconds if there is not a kill. Ryan Noob wants to make the play of the game. Spots Drug. No! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Druck opens his curtains, has a peek out of the window, and he's greeted by Ryanu with 4 shots to the brain. And eUnited, they finally take a Slayer off of Pioneers, and Spartan, he lets them know.